Welcome to Sierra Leone, a nation blessed with natural beauty and rich cultural heritage. Yet, beneath this picturesque facade lies a critical challenge impacting the lives of its people: the ongoing struggle for secure land rights and its profound implications for food security. For communities across Sierra Leone, land transcends mere economic value. It embodies their ancestry, cultural identity, and fundamental means of survival. In 2022, Sierra Leone Parliament enacted two land rights legislations. The overall aim of these legislations is to address the still legally conflicting nature of land ownership in the country, particularly concerning land-based investments and community land owners, where women are often the most affected. However, many Sierra Leoneans find themselves navigating a complex landscape of laws and systems that often seem inaccessible and beyond their reach. As the adage goes, laws don't have legs. They require the active engagement and understanding of communities to become a tangible force for change.
Not to all man don't know about this. All man don't know about this law yet. So me happy is that the one that where they make the law, like the MPs, now then your duty that for make laws. When they don't make the laws, now then duty you get for come down to the people then, for tell them say, now this law don't they now. So we not for no. But we will not get anything of that. Personal then NGOs and partners then, where they can't down to we for tell we say now so and so they inside this customary land rights.
Government on the part of government, now then they make law. This law, now they get for take and back, now they need for take and back. The parliamentarians, where they not they come. Especially this time safe. From after the election, for where they don't go now, one can come around. But when they see themselves, let's say when they come for counter law to you.
Maybe in process alone, we laws they can count laws there, they go pass on a parliament, president assign the law them. But for let them implement, and that can be a problem. I don't know if it's because of the money business or other thing that they make that gap really big. And I believe say if the law don't come, they don't count and we get guides for law, we make the people know what within that law they mean and whose impact it gets on the life of the people, but that's not the carrier.
The lawmakers, yes, they don't make and done. But they say their responsibility for come back to the communities and can't tell the people about the law you don't make. It's just like there's a clause in the law that says ignorance of the law is no excuse. So if they not say ignorance of the law is no excuse, tell the person, say, now the law this. We do and this, now the parents, this. Let him know, let grandparents. So tomorrow we say, no, they will say, when I lie, because they will not tell you. So if you not tell the person properly, waiting the inside the law, then you go for the pan and say, because we don't pull the law, then you will fear.
The reality on the ground underscores a crucial point. The mere existence of land rights legislation is insufficient. The effectiveness of these laws hinges on several interconnected factors. The Land for Life initiative recognizes that without widespread awareness and genuine community empowerment, even the most well-intentioned law risks remaining mere words on paper.
At the court, people don't go grab acres of land that we have, I mean family land. I put that matter in a court, any court, because I for start it. The paramount chief, now we chief dom, instruct the court chairman, no one should open that case. Because it is supported people on the ground for them again that land. I challenge them because I know through the CLO customer law officer, you go into the matter and know that true. Again for right and invite the court chairman, the allegation answer. The court chairman, the CLO just get for transfer that matter from the chief don't want someone as Simbaru chief don't. Blank and a different court.
Sierra Leone's land tenure system is characterized by a dual nature, comprising customary law, which governs the majority of the land, and statutory law. This duality can create complexities and potential for conflict, particularly when land transitions from customary ownership to other forms of tenure for development or investment purposes. Even in the Western area, this is a concern. Black Johnson is one prime example.
Na big sick go open here and the place go very smell. And not so we no more go get that smelly, Black Johnson go get that smelly. Big Water go get the smell, York go get the smell, John Ubo go get the smell. That smell they go take because them fish out and they float to the water and then they land at the shoulder. And that place they go, all these peninsula go smell.
Vessels have to go all the way to Cape Verde and other countries to do vessel dry dock instead of here. So if we have the harbour, it will create jobs. It will now help us harmonize our fisheries sector.
Creating an enabling legal environment in Sierra Leone goes beyond simply enacting laws. It necessitates the establishment of robust structures and accessible systems that actively support communities in securing and protecting their land rights. This includes ensuring that legal framework is clearly understood and effectively implemented at all levels. Without awareness and empowerment, law remains mere words on paper.
People them, they will get rights. We supposed to get rights on the land. Some of them, their own rights, they not give them, especially women and the one that we disabled or we vulnerable. So the situation don't day that the laws themselves we been there before the 2022 Dual Act. That and them people then they not recognize their rights, they not they protect them, and their own lives, their livelihood also threatened. So thanks to the 2022 Two Land Act that and the National Land Commission and the Customary Land Rights Act, we able seek the interests of them vulnerable groups there, especially for women.
Recent developments, such as the formation of chiefdom land committees and the formulation of new laws to support the Customary Land Rights Act, represent important steps towards strengthening the legal framework for land governance. These initiatives aim to provide local-level mechanisms for land administration and dispute resolution, as well as to give greater legal recognition and protection to customary land rights. Many women now have a stronger voice and power to advocate for their land rights within these involving structures.
The man they still they play dominance on the land stem where the woman they for don't get. For example, if man na in at the head, when he die, he dey left the land to him boy pikin instead of his sister. So that woman they ever get access to that land where if for don't be head of. So now that man where that young pikin, now they left as head. So it's still a challenge.
However, it is prudent to identify gaps in the implementation process of these new land laws through the perspectives of key stakeholders, the communities themselves, and other beneficiaries, ensuring that these new frameworks translate into tangible improvements in land security for ordinary Sierra Leoneans is paramount. The issue of land rights in Sierra Leone is inextricably linked to the fundamental rights for food security. For many communities, their ancestral lands are not just property. They are the primary source of their livelihoods and sustenance. With food security already a fragile reality in Sierra Leone, large-scale land-based investments can inadvertently exacerbate this crisis if the land rights and needs of local communities are not adequately addressed.
Land, we all know in our property, and the right to property is fundamental right. So therefore, if people them, mortal man them are their own land, even though they get for transfer to generations, up to generation. So if other people then they disturb them, like senior stakeholders, try to deprive them on enjoying that God-given property, it's a serious human rights concern, especially beside big investment that they can take the land from the land-owning family without going through the proper channel.
While policies related to land use and investment may exist, questions remain about their sufficiency and their effective enforcement to protect local food production. Furthermore, marginalized groups, including women, youth, and the elderly, often face the greatest barriers in accessing and controlling land, making them particularly vulnerable to food insecurity when land is lost or access is restricted.
Actually, the women's land rights, when it comes to the women setting the customary land rights, that's a good take for the government, especially for the women in Sierra Leone. It gives the women the opportunity to play an active role in the land administration. Before, women were always taking the back seats. But now, because of this Land Rights Act, it enables women to have a say when it comes to land issues. And secondly, women were not considered when it comes to sharing about land issues. But this Land Act makes provision for women, whether you are married, you are not married, when you have a portion of the land, the family is going to share more. So for me, it's a blessing in disguise for women.
Land is life, and life means food. The Land for Life initiative recognizes that with better access to land, secure tenure, communities can revitalize their farms, cultivate a diverse range of crops, and move forward to ensuring that no one in their community goes hungry.
Yeah, we know say land, you know, do farming if you know for access to land. They must speak for Kenema instance, they don't really help in most of the communities there. Because we also say land matters there between the community, we could go there for good help. For say at least long term in for do either irrigation or do a fire so that people then people they go for come together and go for access that land they back. Because if the person will say the woman, the man will run there, they don't let them property and that land that land they use when for do their farming, when forget the sustainable livelihood. But if they don't put that land there in their hand, they may never forget farming again.
When disagreements and conflict over land arise, the availability of effective and accessible grievance redress mechanism is crucial. In many communities, individuals initially turn to traditional leaders to mediate disputes. While traditional authorities play an important role, they are often overwhelmed by the complexities of modern land disputes, particularly those involving large-scale investments and statutory laws.
Recently, one issue will happen, land business between two communities, and as we go into the arrangement, we also understand say then two communities and now two different chiefdoms. So we try to resolve this problem. We can understand say the two paramountries they also get interest over that matter because now something about boundary between the two chiefdoms. So the matter be escalate to a certain level that they will bring the matter before the country we as the MSP, then bring it to dissect when at the high security body in the district, where they go into that arrangement day, but the persistence of the people where they almost they rise into riots, where they use cutlasses. So dissect maybe gets option, then decide for put a hold to the place and put it to the law say nobody will utilize nothing at that place until further notice.
The formal systems in place for grievance redress are often far from sufficient for the needs of communities across Sierra Leone. Issues such as geographical accessibility, lack of awareness about available mechanisms, bureaucratic delays, and a perceived lack of impartiality can hinder access to justice. As a result, grievances are frequently left unsolved, allowing tensions to simmer beneath the surface and potentially escalate into more serious conflicts.
From kabale ne mo ketiketi su sange be kala lesnesa ma sini na to kala na shi sibulation ko na be puna because of a hospital ba mama ri na to fenyi pi and really some pass so opo the for one po 4 minutes ka for kasi kele mama ri sibai na ba la mama ri because ebo ti ala na shi be na ba.
Land for Life Initiative and its partners are working to strengthen these systems, promoting collaboration between traditional and statutory authorities, and building the capacity of local institutions to effectively address land-related grievances. Providing communities with accessible and trusted avenues for resolving disputes is essential to maintain social harmony and ensuring that land rights are respected.
Before this time, communities were not part of the governance of land. And the new laws is not only pushing for the involvement of communities in the governance of land, but it's pushing for the involvement of communities for the governance of natural resources. So one of the new thing is, community involvement, and this is where we are establishing community members, committees in the village and at chiefdom level and at district level, so that people and communities can be part of the governance of land in the country. Currently, we are developing 5 new laws to support the implementation of the new law that was passed in 2022. So all of these are really very good stories, and they are success of the land reform that we are really very proud of.
The journey towards secure land rights and food security for all in Sierra Leone is ongoing. Communities must continue to be at the forefront of advocating for an enabling environment where laws genuinely serve the interest of the people rather than working against them.
About the MSP, we know they use fight, but now the law, now we explain to you. For you understand what the law say, what the old law say, and what the present law they talk about. So that in that case, they don't mix up the part where they make that kind where they or that case they instead don't see now say, indeed, the present law, one day in support of what they do again.
The first crucial step towards meaningful change is awareness. Initiatives like the Land for Life initiative are playing a vital role in building awareness within communities about their land rights and the existing legal protections. By providing land rights education and support, these initiatives empower individuals to understand their entitlements and to advocate for themselves.
Now we get the district multi-stakeholders platform, and the platform gets all shades of people in. We get civil society, we get MDAs. So if we get the resources, we will able to go now Boko communities then. For let we go and tell people then about waiting at the provisions then where they inside the Land Rights Act.
Knowledge empowers people to demand accountability and transparency in land ownership and usage. The Land for Life initiative is deeply committed to supporting communities throughout this process, ensuring that no one is left behind in the pursuit of their rights and resources.
Awareness raising and whatnot is very important. Even when they talk to them about their land rights, we say they don't get them. Law begin, they ask them, waiting them feel say them go do now the land, where them go able to get something out of them. Now then force for us, because it's very important to get that from them. Once we don't get that from them, we go organize them, and we organize ourselves so that we go into the social enterprise. You know, it's very important. Look at me. 50 hectares of land now. But with a group, within a group, if not the group able to do that, no matter what you say, they must get something for change their own situation in terms of economic possibilities.
First, I know the law. What's the law of land presently, where they go on now, right? Then, number 2, I don't know what's the right of the land and the power where they don't give you with the land laws for the land, because we not been before. But just now, thank God now, the government don't they don't need the law now, so we don't know what's the
power and waiting on the power with the empower with the landlords.
The way forward necessitates strong partnerships and effective collaboration. Organizations like the Land for Life initiative are joining forces with government institutions at various levels and local leaders to develop and implement lasting solutions that promote responsible land governance.
The collaboration between Ministry of Lands and Land for Life is really very good at its best. We have started collaborating couple of years ago, and at this moment we are strengthening our collaboration through partnership meetings, sharing of ideas, and a lot of other things we are doing together. This is to create the connection between what is happening in the provinces and also what is happening at national level. For a very long time, we had a multi-stakeholder engagement at national level, and we needed to connect this to what is happening in the provinces and in rural areas. So, as such, the government is very, very supportive of the establishment of these DMSPs, and these DMSPs are going to link and connect tenure governance discussion both at national level and at community level. So that's the essence of the DMSP.
Because of the interventions of the District Multi-Stakeholders Platform, corporations and companies working in rural areas have now strengthened their approach to empowerment and corporate social responsibility. One of such companies is Myro Forestry. The company's record of women's empowerment and youth employment is laudable.
Employment of women, then, to me, great. Million departments, that's a 50%, 50-50. So if you go to the nursery, they meet Boku women there. Go and apply, meet Boku women there. Even the slashing, bush, you see women there. We do so, and they give water, and they do for do other things, and then they also do small bring weeding and the rest of it. So women them, if you walk around now, as I tell you, they meet Boku women there. So they plant plantings, and they apply fertilizer and the rest of it.
Experiences gained here are now translating into supervisory role for women and a gender-balanced working environment.
Totally 92 employees.
92 employees.
Yeah, where we have 62 people are women's. So more than 60% are women's. We have more number of women in the nursery than the R&D department because the nature of the work.
So how do you normally recruit them? Is it a priority that
nature of job? Yeah, nature of job.
Okay, the nature of the job.
Yeah, especially in nursery, we have more of a cloning work of propagating the plants, where you need more attention, dedicated and attention.
Okay.
So there we are employing more women.
After all the years, we get one where they do measurements with the clone plants for we sell, do measurements for we sell, and do also swell sample. Because the swell they take, we scan plants where you plant yanda is na acacia or yanda is na melina where the country people they call Yemani. So because say this ground, not to all plants no more go fit na that ground. So we take all the sample and they analyze this well, get the results, then we give to the company say this particular area now so plants now if it's for to plant yanda, and this particular area now. So if you left this plant, you go plant yanda, the plants no go do well. The manager they teach we as how to relate with people and you know go be violent, even if you're not a leader or because they go give you man them, you know woman, they make one kind where they teach you how to treat them in order. So man then and then that we work with them. We work with them. So now this work we do as research and develop so that maybe the company no go run at loss.
Land for Life initiative is committed to supporting communities every step of the way, ensuring that no one is left behind.
Civil society groups then they try, like Land for Life, Puside, and the whole of Tonkolili, now 19 chiefdoms. They only do work now 4 chiefdoms. So you see say the gap is big. Then you guess now the country now only 4 districts out of 16 then they. So you see the gap there. So the other civil societies they try, but I feel say they think it will be deliberate. the sensitization, awareness raising, it will be deliberate, it will target the whole country.
Together, they are striving to create a future where land law works effectively for the people, food security is strengthened, and communities can flourish in a just and equitable society. Laws don't have legs, but people do. And when communities stand together, informed and empowered, they can indeed work towards a brighter, more secure future for themselves and for generations to come.